God, you can start.
Why me? This is your big idea.
I don't know how to start this.
Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to YoGPoD Game Boys.
Game Boys? Sips, we can't call it that.
What?
That's a
We
terrible
don't know what else
name.
to call it. So
It's Lewis and Sips and Lewis.
But-
So I posted a tweet.
Yeah.
Me and Sips want to play some games together.
Yeah.
We don't know what to call this YouTube channel, but by the time you see this, we would have made a decision.
and that decision will be Game Boys. So welcome everybody. And now somebody can edit in like the logo and stuff. Game Boys.
Game Boys, we're not going to have that done by the time this goes out.
Come on.
So, Sips, we've been playing a lot of games together lately, and I
Yeah.
thought it was about time we had our own channel.
Okay.
You know, whether it's you playing Diablo or us playing
Yeah.
Divinity.
Yeah.
I thought that it would be a good idea that we shared it with the world. So, Sips and I have been playing WoW for 10 years now, probably. You've been keen to come up with some ideas and some names. Do you want to run them by me?
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe we could be called YoGPoD Game Boys. I thought that was a good one.
Again, like I'd like to.
And
Do I get a veto vote, or is that like the final?
So, come on. You asked me to think of names. I thought of one at least. Where's your names, Mr. Smart Guy?
My idea
Yeah.
is game pals,
Game pals.
game friends,
Game friends.
game mates,
Game mates.
game lads.
What about
Game lads?
So,
That's a Hat Filmsy kind of sound.
game lads. Yeah, it's like kind of like stunt lads, but with games instead. I mean, those guys just play games with each other's hearts, so already they're kind of like game lads. In fact,
Okay.
Are we in the same guild? Because I'm gonna have to leave because I don't want these guys to think that we're together.
What is our guild called, Sips?
It's called A Guild to Remember in commemoration
That's right.
of things.
You've got a lovely heart logo.
That's right.
And it's literally me, you, Hannah,
Is it? Is Hannah
and
in the
Duncan's
guild?
girlfriend in the guild. Yeah, that's all.
Did Duncan leave?
Duncan left. Everyone left.
He didn't think we were up to it.
No.
No
It's
face.
just the two of us in here now, pretty much.
That's fine.
And Hannah.
We can take this thing places now that we've gotten rid of all the dead weight. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll gear you up, and we'll.
Yeah.
Me, you, addiction guy,
Yeah.
crazy man.
Yeah,
what's his name?
we've got to try to recruit him into the guild because I think
The crazy man.
despite all of his problems, I think he may make an excellent addition to the guild. Especially
If we rehabilitate him
yeah.
and sort out his serious habit for
Whoa.
perps. He's got a perps habit.
He's got a he's addicted to perps. He just needs
Yeah.
them all the time. It's the only way he can have
can't
fun.
live
It's much like
without
anyone who
perps.
plays this game though, because that's what it's all about, is getting the good stuff.
So before I played Dota with Pyrian,
Yeah.
I played
Full-time WoW.
WoW with Rydian.
Professional.
Yeah, me and Rydian. We done some WoW. It was good fun, man.
You've done some WoW. Yeah, I used to have fun playing WoW too. I mean, I still do actually. I really enjoy WoW. It's good.
Tell me about how you bought WoW. I want to know the story of how you bought the game in the first place.
Well, I was reading PC Gamer at the time, and I'd heard about it coming out. I was a big fan of the original Warcraft RTS game, and of course Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3 as well. So, and I actually was quite excited for the Warcraft adventure game. Remember, like before WoW started being made, they actually started working on a WoW adventure game. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, well
No,
they did.
I don't really remember that.
And it exists still apparently as well, but it just was never released. But basically, the whole like industry for adventure games sort of went downhill or whatever, and they decided that it wasn't like going to be good or make any money or whatever. So then they shifted focus to World of Warcraft. So I'd been following it like for a while and was interested in it and couldn't wait to play it. And the day it was released, I bought it. Like went to the store and bought it. Loaded it up, and my first ever character was a Night Elf Rogue. And I remember within my first 20 minutes of playing being in like Teldrassil, is it? The starting
just
zone?
thinking, oh god, this place is horrible.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
thought, what the fuck were they thinking? The graphics are fucking garbage. Like, I don't even know what this is. Like, I don't get it at all. I'd never played, like, EverQuest or, like, Dark Age of Camelot or any... This was, like, the first Well, I mean, I played Star Wars Galaxies, but I'd never played like any sort of like fantasy MMOs like EverQuest or whatever.
Oh.
I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of angry because I thought it was going to be a shit game. And then I played it for a bit more, and then after about an hour, I started to realize that actually it was pretty cool, and there was like a lot of cool stuff to do and everything. And then I think the next day I joined Goon Squad, and that was it. The rest is history.
The rest, as they say,
Yeah,
is history. Well, that was a really exciting story. How did you buy it? Where did you get it from? How long had it been out when you bought it?
I bought it on the day it was released, like I said.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you weren't listening.
No,
so
I was.
that's
sorry.
That's fine. I went. I bought WoW at HMV when there was actually an HMV over here. There isn't anymore because it went bankrupt or whatever.
On the day of release.
On the day of release, yeah, it wasn't like.
Were you alone as well when you bought it?
Yeah, of course. There wasn't like a big queue or anything either because it wasn't like a big established game at the time. You know, it was just like this new game that
Yeah.
People knew about it obviously, but not like. You know, I don't think there was all the hype. Remember when the Burning Crusade came out and people stayed up all night and queued up outside?
Yeah.
London and stuff like that was all crazy. It wasn't like that at release. I don't think it was anyway.
It wasn't. No, I queued up. There were 3 people in the queue when I was outside. I think I was at HMV, maybe a game in Canterbury where I lived, and there was 3 people in the queue, all with big neck beards.
Yeah.
And I bought it at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, got it installed, then didn't play it the whole day because the servers were broken. On release day, I think. That's pretty much how it ran.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've ended it. My first was a dwarf priest.
Nice.
And yeah, it was all on my own.
All on your own. When did you actually join Goon Squad then?
Oh, it wasn't till a year or so, maybe even more. It wasn't till much later, till Burning Crusade. What annoys me actually as well about WoW is that you have to, in order to catch up with the plot, you have to read books written by Christy Golden.
Oh shit, I haven't been doing
so
that.
So Terps lent me the book today.
Oh.
And I'm I don't want to read this fucking massive book about WoW lore. Tell me it in the game. You know?
Yeah.
If I wanted to read quest text, I would read it. I don't even want to read the fucking quest text, let alone read a fucking novel before I buy the game.
I know what you mean. The quest texts, I stopped reading them a long ass time ago. Basically, when they started making quest hubs really efficient, where you could go and get 20 new quests or whatever, and then do a big circuit around the zone and come back and hand them all in, and just listen to music or watch a movie or whatever while you're doing it, that's when I stopped reading all the quest texts. Because what's the point? There's this other shit to do, isn't there? Life is too short for quest texts. Yes.
I mean, sometimes they just did tell the stories well, in the quests, like for example, when you kill someone, Arthur appears and he's "Whoa, what are you doing?" This kind of thing, and he just hangs around. I mean, that's quite cool. I like that sort of level of storytelling.
Yeah.
But it felt I don't know. If people like us playing WoW and talking shit, they should let us know, and we might do more.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do more right now, though, aren't we? What do I need to do, Lewis? Is there anything special I need to do when I tune into this? Maybe press a button?
What, to subscribes to the new channel?
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is a new channel. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
It's daunting, isn't it?
Me and Sips.
It's daunting.
YoGPoD Game Boys.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching YoGPoD Game Boys, everybody.
We need to work on that. But by the time... Yeah, okay.
And welcome back to YoGPoD Game Boys.
Hang on. Don't call it that.
What am I supposed to call it? Fuck. Why not just call it YoGPoD space, but not the word space? Just press your space bar once, and that'll be the end of the channel. I don't know when the last time you peeked into a telescope was, but I did one time, and somebody put paint all over it, and it looked like I had a black eye. That practical joke.
No, it's Warlords of Drano. Don't drink it.
Yeah, the Warlords. It's the ultimate edition. If you've got a really big blockage, get the Warlord. And that'll clear it right out.
Wow.
Fucking sweet. You don't even need to read those books now. I'll invent the story as we go, because that's what they seem to be doing these days as well. And then that'll be just as good, I think.
I think it'll be better, honestly,
Yeah,
if you
I think you're
invent
probably
it.
right, actually. There won't be anybody named like Thrall or like cool names. They'll all be named like Brian and like fucking Kevin and shit like
Bruce.
that, because I'm lazy as fuck. It'll be fine. I think it'd be absolutely fine.
Django.
The Django. I like that name.
Django
Love that
Fett.
name.
It's
The
a good
Django
name,
Fett.
that. People need to be called that more. Do you know about the Garrison Sips?
Yeah, I played a bit of the alpha. I haven't played the beta, though, just the alpha. I didn't want to spoil it too much.
No, I just sort of poked around a little bit. I didn't want to spoil it either, but it's good. It's really good, actually.
I liked the Garrisons when I played it in the alpha. I thought that was probably the best part, actually. And I guess, I don't know, like, you talk to people who are younger and they never played it originally. They just think it's trash. Like, they just think it's like the worst game.
But it might be, and we might just be old, and because it was like our first game, we have jade tinted spectacles. What are they called?
Yeah, what a
rose-tinted
frightening
goggles.
thought, eh? We're just old, crusty old men playing WoW. Jeez. Oh, it's depressing, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not. I get so excited about this game, though. Like, this. I don't know what it is. It's just
I'm going to
Blizzard has
BlizzCon
that.
next month just to find out more about this game.
But even though you've got
crazy.
the beta access and
Yeah, I just want to see like people talk about it and stuff. I really enjoy it. I like it. Okay, I have never lived. What is Discworld? Tell me about this.
Discworld is fantastic, Sips. It's hilarious. It's one of the best series of books ever written. You should definitely read them.
I don't have time to read books, Lewis. Jeez.
Terry Pratchett. Have you never read a Discworld book?
I'm a fucking dad. I don't even watch the news anymore.
You're like the perfect age group for reading Discworld.
I know, but okay, fine. I'll read it. What's it about?
Well, there's like 48 books of it, and they're all different people and different characters. It's a whole universe with like set on. It's kind of like a comic fantasy thing. There's like wizards and oh god, I don't know where to start, Sips. We basically have like enemies everywhere though, so it's very easy. The enemy of your enemy is your friend, Sips. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but
that's
now,
why we're friends.
I mean, you learn something new every single day, and because this was my thing.
The enemy of one of my enemies is obviously TotalBiscuit, and he is your enemy as well, and that's why we're friends.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense actually when you put it that way. Yeah. So that's good.
So it's like the ogres and the alliance. See, it works. Yeah. TotalBiscuit's feeling better, which is good news, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he's they've taken out all of the cancer.
He is so delighted. If you read his Twitter, like he's just he's possibly like the most upbeat guy ever in a hospital. Like he's just loving it. He's got some time off. He's just playing games. I'm sure he's not loving it, honestly, but I really like his attitude towards like the whole thing.
Yeah, you've kind of. I think it helps get you through it too if you have like a really positive mental attitude. It really does help.
Yeah,
because it's like pretty fucking shitty, isn't it?
I mean, TotalBiscuit known for his positive mental attitude, but I think he plays it up a lot. You know, I mean, if you meet him in real life, he's not a miserable guy. He lives up to his cynical name, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean he's pretty upbeat. I remember I talked to him about WoW like on the podcast that one time. He like told me to shut up a couple of times, but like he could have told me to shut up a lot more.
Well,
and
honestly,
so I really appreciated that. Yeah.
Proportionally, you've been told to shut up an awful lot more.
That's true. And in actual fact, he's probably told me to shut up the least out of everybody I know, making him probably the nicest person I've ever met. So there you go.
Yeah.
There is that.
Fact.
Is Anduin in here, or is he still in Pandaria?
I don't know. Is he now in charge?
Yeah.
He's going to be in charge soon. They're going to kill off Varian Rin. They've been building him up to kill him off. Yeah, come on, Sibs.
That's a bit of a spoiler. Do you have like insider knowledge of this? Or?
Well, I mean, they're building up Anduin to be this big guy, aren't they? This big sort of character.
I mean, he's like a 10-year-old. He looks like Macaulay Culkin.
He's not.
Circa 1992.
He's like the priest in Hearthstone and everything. He's a big character.
Oh yeah, I guess he's like older now, isn't he? He's got like his balls dropped and everything. So he's like,
yeah, you can do all the mind flays and the shadow word pain and all the
face melting
and the smites and the power word shield and all that. Yeah,
fucking yeah. You certainly do have knowledge when it comes to priest spells.
Thanks.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's my first character.
I'm an expert on priest spells. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. It's a lot's changed.
I've never played a priest.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, but well, funnily enough, those are all still like valid spells. So
it's exactly the
maybe
same.
not much has actually changed in 10 years. Come to think of it, Jesus Christ.
10 years, man. That's scary, isn't it?
Years. We wouldn't even be talking today if it wasn't for this game. I always like every time we start talking about WoW, like
this is a nice game to pick to start off our new channel.
Yeah,
back to our roots.
Back to our roots. Yeah, we should play. We should play some more when the actual expansion hits. Do the Garrison stuff and like.
Problem is, you're in America when it releases, so we might have to wait like a week, and I don't know if I can hold off on a whole week before playing.
Well, just play Horde side, and then we can do the Alliance side stuff together.
Okay, that sounds good. If you like what we're doing, remember to subscribe. We're gonna do more me and Sips bum chat stuff.
Yeah.
So tune in. And remember...
Tune in and stay fresh. Maybe that's what people who subscribe to this channel can be called. Freshies. You can call them Freshies.
Freshies. Stay fresh. Remember to wash.
Stay fresh, you bunch of Freshies. Brush your damn teeth. Yeah.
Make sure to use deodorant. Stay fresh.
It's a nice message for people, isn't it? Just in case they forget. I mean, there is a WoW expansion coming out, and a lot of that stuff does just fly out the window, surprisingly. Showering.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Brushing your teeth. Remembering to eat your lunch and stuff. 5 a day. I mean, I don't know about you. I find it hard to stick to 5 a day under any circumstances, but when a WoW expansion hits, it's like 5 pizzas a day, if you know what I'm saying.
I can handle 5 portions of junk food a day.
Yeah,
no problem. I mean, that's not even that doesn't even, they don't even have to think about it. It just happens.
Could you do 5 Chinese food buffets a day, though?
Could you do 5 donuts a day?
I could eat 5 donuts a day, no problem. But what I'm saying is, I don't think I could do 5 all-you-can-eat Chinese food buffets a day. That would kill me.
I mean, but it depends what the rules are of the all-you-can-eat. Does all-you-can-eat mean you have to eat until you're completely bloated?
No.
Because that is pretty much what all-you-can-eat usually does mean.
There's unspoken rules about an all-you-can-eat buffet. Like, the first thing you need to do is, if you know that you're going to an all-you-can-eat buffet later in the day, you just don't eat. So you go there and you're literally starving. And then what happens is you're so hungry that you're like, your eyes are like bigger than your stomach. So you just pile on all the shit onto your first plate. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to have like 10 plates of this. It's going to be glorious. And after your first plate, you're so fucking full and you feel sick that you can't do it. Because so what you need to do is you actually just need to eat little and often throughout the day so that you can build up your stamina for the all-you-can-eat buffet. These are wise words. I think
that's the thing. Like, if people are starving, like I found that, like if people are really, really, really hungry and really starving, the best thing to do is not to just feed them too much because they can't keep it down, and so they end up being sick.
Yeah.
And so what you have to do if you want to get fat, the best way to do it is to eat little and often all over the course of the day. So when it comes to a really big meal, your stomach is already got the juices flowing. It's ready to get the digestion going.
It's all like pre-expanded.
You don't want to catch your stomach by surprise, okay?
No.
You have to give your stomach advance warning of the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. So when you get onto the second plate of chow mein and duck fried pork noodle rib.
Duck fried what?
Yeah, I've had that.
Duck fried pork noodle rib, whatever. Oh, that's what you had. That was delicious. The menu option.
Sweet and sour, black bean sauce. Your stomach is like, yep, I'm more. Give me more. I can handle more. It's like, give it to me.
How do you feel about going to a Chinese food buffet and then at the end of the buffet they have things that are really not Chinese food at all, like onion rings and French fries and like mini pizzas, mini bagel pizzas. Okay,
I'll tell you who they're for. They're for those picky people like Shin who are very uncultured and have never tried the Chinese food and they're therefore scared of it. And they once they've tried it, they'll like it. But even though they like it, they're not really. They're a little bit scared. They think it's going to poison them or something. And so they have to, like your nan. You know, my nan is not going to eat any of that foreign muck. Right?
No, I know.
Because she's going to think they're trying to poison her.
She lived through a war, for Christ's sake. She doesn't have to suffer.
Yeah. So she just thinks, look, I need something safe that I recognise.
Yeah.
You know, if she was eating a chicken chow mein in the shape of a shepherd's pie, she would just eat that whole thing and, have her seconds.
She would devour it. Yeah.
Yeah. And also...
I mean, Shin is a lot like my grandma, you're right. Now that you mention it. I can see what you're getting at when you say that. But the only difference is that my grandma legitimately did live through a war and has an excuse for not trying new food. But Shin hasn't lived through war, and therefore I feel should try that Chinese food and not always opt for the mini bagel pizzas because he can have those anytime. Okay,
he has them all the time anyway.
I know he has them all the time.
He has more than his 5 a day on mini bagel pizzas.
Yeah, way more.
But they are delicious.
They are really good, especially the margarita ones.
Yeah. Oh, Sips. Let's not get started on your flipping vegetarian diet. Like, what do you even do at a Chinese buffet?
I have mini
that's
bagel
why they're there.
pizzas.
They're for you.
Margarita edition. Yeah,
that's why they have the chips. It's for you. It's because everything else is weird
chicken
or
balls.
has meat
I can't eat chicken balls. I can't. Well, spring rolls I can eat. Spring rolls are fine. That's not authentic like Chinese food though. That's like fast food Chinese food, isn't it? Because isn't authentic Chinese food like squid eyes and like all that kind of like crazy stuff, or is that Japanese?
I don't think so. I think
am I being racist?
That's what they do as a joke for foreigners, though, as well. You know, like people like you, they come along and they say, "Oh, you would offend us unless you eat this authentic Chinese cow testicle."
Oh,
you know, but really, they don't eat that ever, and they're just laughing at you behind their hands. You know. They're just saying, "Oh, stupid Sips." Yeah. Well, thanks, Sips.
Thanks, Lewis. We'll be back once the expansion hits. We'll play more. We'll be back.
Okay. I think if we try. The thing is, I don't know. We are very possessed as gamers. We like to get stuff done. You know?
Yeah.
We like to burn through and get the stuff done. And now we got that feeling of satisfaction that we've done what we came here to do.
Yeah.
We can just sit back.
Yeah.
And
have a margarita.
Have a breather.
Yeah.
Just think about it and eat some noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better go and.
You've got no noodles, do you?
I've got to keep up with my 5 a day Chinese buffets. I've only had one today.
I've only had one.
I'm gonna
had the breakfast buffet. I skipped lunch to play WoW.
I had the breakfast buffet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Now I've got to eat 2 lunch buffets and then follow that up with a early evening buffet
and then
a late night. Good grief! Oh boy.
Yeah, they got the ice cream buffet at those too, so save some room.
Does that count? Is it all you can eat?
No, it's like it's like the sort of like nightcap because you only have it at the late night buffet.
I really think that they should change the words "all you can eat" to "as much as you can eat" because that's really what it means, doesn't it? It's like
it doesn't roll off the tongue as easy though.
But like that's what it is though, because people never take it as a challenge, you know.
It's just too many extra syllables. Nobody wants that. People want to be like, "all you can eat."
That's true. All right,
it's true.
The branding is strong.
Branding is strong.
I'm just saying that. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
We should end every episode like that.
What, you're going and then yelling goodbye?